What's up, YouTube? It is 6 o'clock in the morning and I am up with my still very newborn son. He is now 6 weeks old and we are obviously feeding, but my issue is I can't transfer him from my body to the bed because he will wake up and cry, "Mommy, please hold me. Mommy, please love me." And I'll feel bad and give in because that's what moms do. We love our children. So since I'm here and talking to you guys, I guess I will just give you guys a little background story on how I brought this little baby into the world. So on January 18th, my doctor called me saying that I had low fluids and that I needed to be induced. So we went into the hospital around 7:30 that night and they got me started on IV fluids, Pitocin. I had this wonderful medication called Stadol, I believe, and basically there's no way you keep your eyes open. It just makes you feel all sweet and blissful. You just kind of drift away. So I had that around maybe my 18th or 19th hour of laboring naturally. I had no epidural. And then my doctor basically was like, okay, let's check and see if you are ready to push because you're at the max for Pitocin. And she checked my cervix and I was only at a 5. I had stayed at a 5 for 12 hours and I was having full-on contractions basically every 2 minutes apart, and this baby was just not descending and my cervix was not opening up. So she said, I will give you another hour, but if you don't, open up more in an hour, then I'm gonna have to give you a C-section. That alone was terrifying. I think put more stress on my body, thinking, oh my god, I have an hour to get it together. It's not my fault, obviously. My body wasn't just relaxing enough to bring this baby into the world. But it was fine. An hour went by. I still stayed at a 5. So they were like, okay, we're prepping you for a C-section. While they were in preparation, my son's heart started to drop. And that became from, just having a C-section to an emergency C-section. They got me into the operating room. I was terrified. I have never had a surgery in my life. That was my first one, and hopefully my last. But they put the epidural, like that, well, the epidural wasn't already. They put this, like, I don't know, more numbing stuff so I wouldn't feel it. And when they were testing to see if I could feel the knife, I could. I actually was able to tell them sharp dull, and she's like, yeah, that's not good. That means your epidural is not working properly and we really don't have time to spare right now. So they ended up just putting me under general anesthesia, which sucked because I was not able to meet my baby right away and my fiance was not able to be in the room since I went under general anesthesia. Wow, I'm so tired, I'm slurring. So yeah, since I went under general anesthesia, he was not allowed in the room until after the baby was, here, and they would have put me in recovery. So this little guy was born. He was 7 pounds 2 ounces, and his name is Henry James. He is literally what I call him, my sunshine. I could not have been happier to become a mom. It was so scary going through an induction, and it ended up being an emergency C-section. It was terrifying, but I did it. I made it, and I know that if it meant I would have to do it all over again, I would, without doubt. I love this kid. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say that a C-section is easy. It's not. A C-section is probably one of the worst pains ever. Like when I had to get up the next morning to actually walk around, I thought I was gonna die, or like my insides were gonna just like topple out or something. I was super swollen. My feet were humongous. And that's totally normal after having a C-section because they pump you up with a bunch of fluids and antibiotics, so it is very normal to swell. You'd be not normal if you didn't swell. And you feel really blah. Just, that's it. Having a C-section really sucked. But it brought him into the world. He's happy, he's healthy. He had no health issues. He was perfect. He did come early. Well, at term, he came at 37 weeks exactly. But other than that, he's perfect. He's currently 11 pounds, so he is a chunk. He is 6 weeks old, and he is so asleep on me right now. He probably wants the rest of his bottle when he wakes up. But, yeah, I just want to update you guys and let you know how that worked out. So, my Group B strep was not even an issue, which I will talk about in another video. But overall, I brought this beautiful, beautiful baby into this world. And that's what matters, that he's happy and healthy. So, with that being said, I'm going to try and burp this lovely baby of mine. And I will post more this weekend, YouTube.